Hello everyone, welcome to Biology with Vishakha. In today's video, we will study about the cell. So, what is a cell? Cell is a basic unit of life and it has a dual role, that is a structural and a functional role. Just like a building is made up of bricks, similarly our body is made up of tiny living structures called cell. This means every living organism is made up of one or more cells. So, if I want to classify living organism on the basis of number of cells, there could be two types of organisms, living organisms. First are unicellular, another one is multicellular. Uni means one, single cell, one cell. Best example of it is bacteria, and multicellular means more than one cells. So example of it could be plant, animals, like they are made up of millions or we can say trillions of cells if I talk about human. So that is the structural part. Another functional. Why cell is called the functional unit of life? It is because cells are major source of cells are the place cells are the place where all the life processes occur. So what is life processes? Life processes are basically all those, it is a collective term for all those metabolic processes or the chemical reactions that occurs in the body of living organisms in order to keep them in a living state. So what are those processes? Like respiration, growth, reproduction also, and protein synthesis, and also removal of waste. These are some of the examples of the processes occurs inside our body. There are many more processes. So these all things are carried out inside a cell. So if a cell is not functional, if a cell is not functioning properly, there could be no life. Because all these processes will be stopped and there could be no life. So that is why it is a functional unit of life. Okay? Yeah. So let us see about the discovery of cells. So the first scientist who discovered the cell was Robert Hooke. In the year 1665, he took a thin slice of cork and observed the small compartment like structures like this, small room like structures, and he named them as cell. Although these cells that were observed by Robert Hooke were dead cell, he observed a dead cell. Another scientist, Antony van Leeuwenhoek, was the one who first discovered the living cells. Okay? So now the next thing is cell theory. Cell theory. Matthias Schleden and Theodor Schwann in the year 1938 put forward the cell theory, according to which they gave two theories actually, according to which all the living organisms are made up of one or more cells, and another theory was cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Okay, this theory was good, but it had a shortcoming that it didn't explain how does a cell arises. So for that, another scientist whose name was Rudolf Virchow in the year 1955, he gave a term that omnis cellula e cellula, which means new cell arises from pre-existing cells. Okay, so according to the modern cell theory that we study today, it has 3 points: that all living organisms are made up of one or more cells, the cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life, and third one is all the new cells arises from pre-existing cells. This was a major point of the cell theory. Okay, so this was all about the introductory video, basic video about the cell. Okay, thanks for watching.